Hey. I thought that was kind of cool. Thanks for having me on. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to the Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is that you are in the whole wide world. I find that I don't get into the bed until about 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock every morning. And I normally find myself driving home late night. Like I'm doing right now. So I thought that maybe I would start a late night driving home series, where I talk about various things, and maybe you guys that are up late nights like me can enjoy some of the things that we talk about. Just you and me in the truck, the 18-wheeler in the car, rolling down the road. It's raining outside, whatever the case may be. Take your mind off of some of the ho-hum drum, maybe help keep you awake, that sort of thing. That was great. Take a swig of some wonderful Sprite. And you guys maybe hang out with me for a few minutes while I drive home. So, no studio. The sound won't be as polished and professional. We won't have any trailers rolling in or any of that kind of stuff. Just a discussion. And maybe I'll get this discussion to the point where we can have people call in. Maybe I'll do this as a live show real late at night as I'm going home after working in the studio all day. What I wanted to talk about tonight, so this is episode 1, right? So what I wanted to talk about tonight was how you should go about your dealings, especially with 1%er and Outlaw Motorcycle Club Nations. See, for a 99%er, that is your biggest challenge. That is external to your club. The biggest challenge that you will face external to your motorcycle club will be how to deal with 1%er motorcycle club nations and dominant motorcycle clubs. And you might ask, well, why should I have to deal with them at all? And it's kind of like, that big cliche kind of statement, because they're there. And that's why. That's why, and that's the only reason why. Because they're there, and they're going to force you to deal with them, and you don't have any choice about it. And the smoother your relationships go with them, the easier it is on your club, on the folks in your club. So you want as smooth a relationship as you can get. Then you can go on about your business and have a good time. So I always work towards smooth relations. And there's a couple schools to this, because there's some guys that really don't agree with that, and they're going to pick the hard way. And that's cool. If that's the time you have in your life, if you have that kind of time for that kind of stuff, that kind of silliness and nonsense that I don't have time for, then I say, hey, kudos, do that. But you have to think about the other folks who don't have time for that. They want to do whatever it takes to get along so that they can enjoy their motorcycle club lives and not have to worry about looking over their shoulder, or when they're going to have to confront somebody, and so that works for them. And it's to those people that I talk. My show is really dedicated to those people. The people that really just want to get along and get on with their day and move on. Show it's dedicated to them. So I want to talk to you about building up your motorcycle club Rolodex. And this is really slanted towards sergeant at arms, vice president, president, secretary, public relations officer, folks that really have to deal with other clubs. And I want to talk to you about kind of some of the reasons that you have, some of the problems that you have, is that you really don't have relationships built up with the 1%er club. The club that's dominant in your area and that's running things. A lot of you, once you get that blessing, you're gone. And you don't really try to deal with these guys a whole lot. Really, you just want to get your blessing and be gone about your way. But the first time you come up with a major problem, like one of their guys got into it with one of your guys, or now they want to shut your club down, or whatever they come up with, because you haven't maintained working relationships, a lot of times you're at the whim of whoever's coming by and whatever BS they're coming up with. You're really kind of at the whim, at the mercy of those folks. So that really sucks, because you got somebody telling you what to do, and that person might not be a good person for you. And you're trying to figure this out as you go. Really sucks. It sucks like maybe if one of their guys gets into it with one of your guys. I've seen that happen before. And now you've got an issue because you're getting ready to have a quasi-war with these folks. And so you need to pick up the phone and you need to get this squelched. And you need to get it squelched now. And we come to find out that you don't even know who the sergeant at arms is over there in that 1%er club to call him and get stuff squashed before it even gets started. And this is really your fault. It's your fault because you're responsible for the protection and the safety of the club. This is the job you took when you took on sergeant at arms. And you don't get to sit around and not know what's going on the biker set, not know who the players are, not know who needs to be contacted when things go south. You, as the president, are responsible for the safety of your club. Part of that is knowing what's going on out there. Part of that is knowing who the players are. When everything comes down to it, the club is going to be looking at you for guidance. One hand washing the other. You are our lead. If you don't know where the hell to go, what the hell do we do? So, as public relations officer, you interact with clubs. It would be good if you knew who the players were, such that you could help and maybe the other guys that might not know, you might be able to help the president because you know of people that are doing and things that the president might not know because you're out there in a different capacity. You can start to see how each office helps to build the other offices and make them strong. So these are things that you can encounter. There are things that happen in the motorcycle club world every day. Your guys are out rolling down the highway. They pass some 1%ers up. And those guys don't like the way that they were passed up. So they pull your guys over and take their colors off their back. That's an issue. Happens. And it is good if you know the dominance in your area and who to call to get things shaken fast. We need those colors back. It helps if you have good working relationships. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how to develop those working relationships and keep them running smoothly. I'm not talking about something where you're doing a whole bunch of butt kissing and all of that kind of stuff. That doesn't do anybody any good. But I'm talking about building a working Rolodex of people you know and people who know you and the people you respect and people who respect you. So that when the inevitable goes down, like you got a guy that goes over to a 1% club and decides he wants to flirt with one of their ladies and he gets his block knocked off, or better yet, he knocks the block off one of the guys inside that clubhouse. You got an issue. You have an issue. You got to get that issue resolved quickly if you want things to turn out peaceably, whatever word you want to use, peaceful. You gotta be able to get on these things quick, fast, and in a hurry. So, building up a Rolodex is a smart thing to do. Building up a contact sheet, a contact form, a way that you can contact people when you need them so that you can help smooth out your problems. And every person that's an officer needs to develop a contact system at your appropriate level of officershipness, as it were. So, if you're a public relations officer, you need to have good relationships with all the public relations officers and all of the motorcycle clubs in your area, and most especially the motorcycle clubs of the dominant motorcycle clubs, the motorcycle club officers of the dominant motorcycle clubs in your area. You need to have all these people in your Rolodex. Because your club could have an issue with any of those clubs. See, once you get to the officer level of the club, you are responsible. You are the one that helps to understand the position of your club within the greater motorcycle club diaspora, the greater motorcycle club community. You become more involved in understanding where your club is positioned and all of that. And what your responsibility is towards keeping the club safe in that positioning. It's really tricky. It gets really tricky and really hairy and really political. And some folks are not cut out for that level of politicking. But it is there. And best you get to know it. And best you get to understand how to use it. So, working the Rolodex. Well, first you've got to build the Rolodex. And the Rolodex is important because this is your contact tool. The first part of being able to solve a problem is being able to get to the right people to talk to. And you can do that on your level. Presidents should have a Rolodex full of presidents, regional presidents, national presidents that you can pick up the phone and call. Vice presidents should have Rolodex of vice presidents and sergeant at arms and perhaps presidents that you can pick up the phone and call. Sergeant at arms should have a Rolodex of all the sergeant at arms in the city so that you can pick up the phone and make some calls. You might even have some regional presidents on there, some presidents. So you can pick up the phone. This is Sergeant at Arms, such and such. Got a problem. One of you guys got in it to it with one of my guys. First of all, no disrespect. Let's see what we can do to get this handled. You start working like that and moving like that, and your club starts to be known as a club that has its shit together and is squared away. You reach out to us. We know who you are. We've heard of you before. It's all in a game when you're trying to learn credibility. And this is how you get credibility in the MC world. And credibility is everything. So building that Rolodex, whenever you're out at functions, wherever you go and you hang out and you meet and you talk, you collect these numbers. You start building your Rolodex. Get a handful of numbers out of every event you go to. Target every club in the city. Target every 1%er in the city until you get them all. But having a Rolodex full of numbers does nothing if you don't work that Rolodex. And that's simple. It's just as simple as making 15 or 20 phone calls one day. Hey, this is Black Dragon over here at Empty Front Motorcycle Club. And I'm the Sergeant at Arms here. I understand you're the Sergeant at Arms there. Just wanted to get a working relationship going with you in case I should ever need you or you should ever need me. My phone number is this right here, and here's my card. Love to get your card. Another way to do that is, hey bro, listen, I'm the Sergeant at Arms over here at blah 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 club. Could you get a message back to your Sergeant at Arms that I'd like to talk to him, please? And here's my card. Now that's how badass motorcycle clubs move. They're not afraid to go up and talk to a motorcycle club. Not afraid to go up and talk to a dominant club. So we're handling business here. We got business that we got to attend to. The business of keeping my club safe. The president does the same thing. Builds his Rolodex and then works his Rolodex. Just a simple call. You would be amazed at just how much respect that brings. Blow you away. At how much respect you can get from just a damn simple telephone call. got to keep things, you got to understand the flow of what's going on your bike set. Such and such club had a guy go down, sergeant calls, hey, honor and respect. First of all, we want to let you know that we heard about your tragedy and we stand in solidarity with you guys. We just want to let you know you have our prayers, our concern. We're thinking about you. Please let the club know that the Umpty Frat MC sends its regards, its love, and its respect. In the old days, we backed that up with a card. Not an email. We didn't have that. We backed that up with a paper trail. And that is the class act. Send a card. Then you start to get respect that way. People are like, oh wow, those guys are all right. No, you couldn't be having a problem with those guys because those guys are all right. We hear from those guys all the time. They're squared away over there. They got their shit in a sock. But we can work this out with them. Those guys, they understand MC protocol. They understand the ways. They understand the old ways. They understand. How this is done. They do this. This is what they do. And that's the reputation that you want to have out there. So first, you build that Rolodex. And two, you work that Rolodex. Oh my God, it's such work. You know, hey, if you didn't want to be that officer, you shouldn't have signed up to do the job. Because this is what is required. So, after you build that work resume, you start working that resume. Then you stay on top of current events. And you plan and you schedule out who you're going to call. When was the last time you talked to them? You put it on a matrix or a spreadsheet. And you just get it figured out. And this is how you're going to work that situation and make it happen. And this will start to give your club a communication shield because you're an effective communicator. And you can keep your club out of trouble with your wits rather than your fists, your guns, or your bullets. Oh my gosh. I'm tired as heck. So I'm about a mile from the house. I think I've gone through what I wanted to talk about. So I hope that you guys find this audio clip useful. And if you do, please like it. Leave a comment in the comment section below because I've given you my 2 cents and I'd love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. And I would like for you to consider liking this page and sharing this video, or rather this audio, as this helps the channel. Now I want to take a minute to plug a service that I've created for you guys called Clarity. A lot of times you guys have a lot of issues. I get phone calls all the time from clubs all over the world about problems that they're trying to fix. They need some clarity. Some clarity when the issues are clouded. Clarity in a time when the skies could be dark and there's no light. You need clear vision and thinking, and I can help you throw some clarity on the subject. Just go to clarity.fm/black-dragon. That's clarity.fm/black-dragon. /black-dragon. And you can set up an appointment to talk to me at clarity.fm. And we can help you get some clarity on your subjects. So check out that service I have for you. 31 years in my motorcycle club nation, on the set, dealing with this kind of crap that you're dealing with. If you're dealing with it, I've probably already been through it 3 or 4 times, as I was 8 years the national president of the mighty Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation, and I established motorcycle club chapters all over the United States from coast to coast. So I may be able to help you. Clarity.fm /black-dragon. Give me a shout. We've got gear at blackdragonsgear.com, blackdragonsgear.com, where you can find all my books that I've written, t-shirts, and all sorts of things over there. Go to the gear store and support this channel. Also, you can support us at PayPal, bunchmediagroup@gmail.com. We certainly appreciate that. And if you're one of those Cash App people and you want to donate to the cause, it's $BikerPrez, Prez. We'd certainly appreciate anything you decide that you want to give. You can catch us here on the Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos. We make audios weekly. You can also catch us at bikerliberty.com. Bikerliberty.com is our online news magazine, Biker News Magazine. You'll love it. And also our YouTube channel, Black Dragon Biker TV. Instagram TV is Black Dragon Biker TV. Instagram is Black Dragon Biker TV. And you can follow us in all those places and stay up with our content. So I'd really like to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm pulling in now to Home Sweet Home. It's 3:57 in the morning, and I'm tired as hell. I can't wait to get to that bed, turn on my CPAP, and pass out. So, I don't know how the body knows. I don't know how the body knows that I'm home now, so we can just start yawning out of control. But that's how it is. I'm at Home Sweet Home. God bless you all. It is a blessing to have a home to live in. If you have that blessing, God bless you. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Thanks for tuning in. And get skinny.